Hello, and back by popular demand, it is the peacock. Yes, the peacock is here. It's in the house, and so am I. I'm sitting down. I'm trying this out. This might be a little high. I'm putting the laptop on a hamper. Hope everybody is well tonight. We are doing Malcolm Connolly. Well, we're not doing him. We're going to do his statement of truth. For those of you who don't know who Malcolm Connolly is, well, let me explain. He was the security guard in the video, the Johnny Depp video that I showed on my Johnny Depp shorts, where Johnny gets off the elevator on May 16, and he's with Jerry Judge, but I didn't know who the other guy was, and that guy happens to be a security guard, Johnny Depp security guard, and his name is Malcolm Connolly. This was asked to be done by Tanya Campbell, who I hope shows up tonight because I did tell her that it was going to be tonight. I did invite a bunch of people. I can see Jackie McCarthy is here, so I will get to them in 1 second. So I hope all is well. I'm here. You're there. My name is Rob. This is Rob's Rules. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Please hit that like button. Give me some love. We talk mostly Johnny Depp here. And once in a while, I do a little bit something else, something big in the news. Maybe it's He-Man. Maybe it's Star Wars. Maybe it's Britney Spears. You know, it just depends on what it is. And if I feel like I think it's important to cover and to share with this community. It's a very loving, great, careful community. So I hope you join us. And we break down this Johnny Depp Amber Heard case and just find out all the lies this woman has been telling, which is absolutely incredible, especially Amber Heard, Raquel Pennington, Josh Drew. But as we go along with these statements of truth, we will go through the truth and we will push out the bullshit, the lies. Yes, Jenny, free Britney. And Jenny is usually on with Planet Q. They have a Twitch. I'm sure Planet Q will drop her Twitch in the comment section. So if you haven't got a Twitch, it's a free account. And check out Planet Q, who goes on with Jenny. And they do a show. I don't know exact night, but I'm sure she'll drop it in the comment section. I check them out when I can. So in fact, I was there last night. So I'm going to bring on my guests and see who's here. I think Jackie is here.
Hello. Hello.
What's going on?
Oh, goodness. Not much. It's been an eventful week.
I know, Tiffany. I know it's you. I know it's eventful. That's what I was waiting for. I was like, oh, boy, here she goes.
Well, as you know, I always report to you guys because it's not always well known what goes on in my other community. But I found out from someone who keeps a close eye on pub.med.com that there were doctors using radiation blasts on autistic children on their frontal lobes in order to apparently try to remove, in their opinion, self-interest or self-harming behaviors or autistic traits, including, and no, I wish to God I was kidding, the fact that they like to line up toys and like to have routines. Yeah.
Routines?
Yeah. I did a video on it yesterday. Yeah, we just found out just a couple of days ago. I had to wait until I calmed down to do a video because last time I just let myself rant when I saw an article. I think I scared one of my viewers, so I wanted to wait, calm down, not go on a long, explicit-filled rant that would have made Zod blush.
Oh God, that's how are they getting away with this? That's what I don't understand. How is this? How is this being able to? Doesn't anybody find this besides us people here in this chat realize that this is wrong? I mean, I don't know.
This is the stuff we put up with because A, it doesn't get out in the media barely, and number two, the things that people get away with in the name of treatment is insane.
That's just really disturbing, Tiff. It's really disturbing and it's really sickening. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah,
to say.
exactly. That's why I'm so quiet because I have no fucking idea.
Wow. Jenny says, that's damaging as fuck. I had radiation blasted into me as a kid, cause of cancer. That's just fucked up.
Yeah. What
Sorry.
what gets done to us in these is very, very disturbing indeed. And that's
Yeah.
just talking on the autistic side. I barely began to dug into what's going on with people with ADHD, and Jenny here has been helping quite a bit with what goes on that side of the neurodiversity scale and education wise. And she was letting me know that apparently in Canada they were removing funding in their school systems for people with disabilities, like across the board.
What the That's ridiculous. That's just
Yeah, I found out a
ridiculous.
lot this past week.
I feel bad because the more you dig, the worse it seems to get. I'm like, oh man, I don't even want you to dig because I'm too scared what's going to happen next week and what you're going to find out. I'm not laughing because I think it's funny. I'm just laughing because it's, every week it just gets worse and worse. I'm like, damn, Tiff, could you give me some good news for once? It's like,
Yeah.
I feel bad, man. I feel really bad.
I credit Ginny to Goodwin from here. She was the one who let me know what was going on out in Canada.
Yeah.
Jenny was the one. She DM'd me. I'm gonna probably have to dig in and do a video on it, as long as I can remain not brain dead for my job by the end of the day.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, Tiffany. It's really sad. Well, Jackie, how are you? On that note.
Wow, speechless. I wish I had the words to describe how upset I am about this news, Tiff. I can't even imagine. I'm so ugh.
I was angry enough that I posted a meme from that movie Tombstone. Because yes, I am that old, folks. One of my favorite movies is Tombstone, and I literally posted that meme. You tell him I'm coming, and hell's coming with me.
Mm-hmm.
That was my level of anger.
Yeah.
Annie, I hope you feel better. She says she's not feeling too well, so I hope you feel better, Annie. Sorry about that.
As for me, I'm in a weird transitional phase right now. My special assignment I'm on will end on Friday, and then I will be off work for a month while they decide if they're going to put me on another special assignment or if I'll go back to my normal job. So
interesting.
Yeah, so I'll be my YouTube schedule will be a little strange because I will be at home full time again, finally. So I'm excited, but also trying to figure out if they are going to put me on another mission and stuff like that. So guess we'll see. My writing, because of all this transition I'm going through, has been a little bit backburnered. I was actually just talking to Zod, and we're going to try to start our show again next week with my new schedule and see what happens. But other than that, I do have quite a few writing projects coming up that I can tell you guys about later so that we can get into it because I know Tiff doesn't have that long.
Yeah.
Very true.
Go ahead, Tiff.
I was going to say, very true. I have to work in the morning.
Yeah, you got to get up at stupid o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Tiff should have a shirt. I have to get up at stupid o'clock.
With a big, giant thing of coffee.
So I get pictured doing so many shirts with spilling tea and so many shirts. It's be great.
Eventually, I would like to do one with my little logo I created with the cat bapping the cup of tea off the counter.
That'd be awesome. You should do it. Ash says, no different than how they use electric on the mentally ill.
Oh no, they're still doing it. It's called the Judge Rotenberg Center. You should check out my videos sometime, Ash. Judge Rotenberg Center uses electrodes to cause painful skin shocks to people with varying disabilities and mental issues. It's still going on.
It's horrible, man. It's horrible. Yeah, Jenny says anyone who is different than what they call normal, they do horrible shit to. Oh,
Yeah, it's disgusting.
All right, let's get to it.
all right, so I saw Tanya Campbell here, who had requested if we'd go over Malcolm Connolly's witness statement. So, again, if you don't know who it is, this is Johnny Depp's security guard from the May incident when he lost his finger, where he allegedly threw the phone at Amber Heard, and he was there with Jerry Judge. They were supposed to be guarding the outside door. So we'll see what he's got to say. Mary Lynn says, I feel for you, LC. I missed what LC said. Sean B says, why is something like that not being stopped? It sounds like something like that would be done to people in the asylums in the early 1900s. Yeah, I agree with Sean. I don't know why it's not being, go ahead, Tiffany.
Well, Sean B, if you see me on Twitter, and I know you do, and you see me post to stop the shocks, click on it sometime. It's a wealth of information. Hard information, but a lot of it.
Well, it's sad because look at Caroline says, I'm mentally and physically disabled. It's insane. Oh, it's horrible, man. Ash says, humans are the worst. And thank you, Ash. Thank you so much. That was very kind of you. I just want to say thank you very much. She says, humans are the worst. Instead of embracing what makes different, they try to destroy it. Yeah, that's a very good point. That's a very good point, Ash. And thank you very much, Ash. That was very nice of you for the super chat. I really, really appreciate it. And so, again, make sure you check out Tiffany's channel. I'm going to put the super chat back up there. Make sure you check out Tiffany's channel. If you haven't, you guys should. I don't know why you haven't. She does a lot of videos about this matter as subject matter, and I think you should check it out. So besides Johnny Depp, she also covers this. And you guys should, if you're there, listen, go with Tiff. She tries to get the word out there, and make sure you help her out, So anyway, I don't know where everybody else is. Zod said he was supposed to come. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, this is the witness statement of Malcolm Connolly. He said he works personal security, and he's done so for 23 years. And he's worked with Johnny and his family for 16 years. Hi, Krumel. Hi, Phantasmagorical. She also has a channel if you want to check her out. Check out Phantasmagorical. She's awesome. Awesome. Ash says, I'm happy to be here. Been a fan for a while. Glad I could join. I'm glad you're here, too. It's great. Great to see you. Hello, Tracy. Tracy says she needs presents, sir. It's good to see you, Tracy. And hey, Tracy Campbell. Two Tracys, Tracy Campbell and Tracy Haverstick. I think I said that right correctly. Nice to see Tracy Squared. How about that? We got Tracy Squared in the house. Okay, so you basically state this is the facts, and he's Johnny's security guard, so we'll just skip ahead. Someone else is here right before I read it.
Mm-hmm.
Hello there.
Hiya. Hey, how you going? How you doing?
Hey, how are you? What's going on, Keely?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Oh, Ash needs a wrench. I will give her a wrench. Meantime, Keely, what's going on with your channel? Feel free to share. It's your turn.
I mean, it doesn't even work. What we're doing this week? Oh, that's it. On Friday, me and Gary are doing like a fun stream on my channel where we do. It's just gonna be having a laugh with riddles and whatever, just a chill stream. And obviously, I've got my card stream on a Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. UK, 5:30 p.m. EST. But apart from that, I ain't got anything else at the moment. I've got like a collaboration in a few weeks with another tarot reader on my channel.
Ah, nice.
But yeah, that's all I can think of. I'm not a World Cup, so sorry, I'm half dead to the world right now. I'm just coming to.
It's okay. It's okay. We're just glad you're here. Glad you can make it. That's all. Good to see you, Keely. Wawa. kangaroo, whatever.
I'll be right back.
What happened?
Well, I think
I'll be right back.
Sorry, go on.
Tiffany, by the way, you have somebody in the background I noticed. Who's that?
Roommates going back and forth.
Ah, okay. I didn't know who that was. I was like, maybe I thought it was a relative. I was like, I hope we're not disturbing anything.
Oh, no. If my mom were here, especially on some of the crap that involved with AH's supposed bruised or broken ribs, I would then be, like, pushed to the side and be like, and she would go into a rant being a radiology technologist. She specializes in bones.
Right.
And, yeah, if you think I can rant.
Oh, let me address this. By the way, yes, honey, how are you? She doesn't like that I come here, but everybody was requesting yesterday this lovely peacock, and they were like, we want the peacock. We want the. So I said, I can't let my channel and my members be upset. So I want to give them what they wanted. So they wanted this beautiful peacock, and I wanted to give it to them. So I hope you're okay. Hope you're having fun down there. I love you a lot. Be safe. Hope you're having a good time. She's in Florida. I'm not there. So whatever. Anyway, I'm jealous. Anyway. Where were you? Okay, yes. So he says, you don't know the full details of Johnny's claims against the defendants in these proceedings. Let's see. I'll skip all that stuff. All right. Anyway, I was working with Johnny in Australia in March of 2015 at the time of this incident. And I could say that Amber's account of when we had to take him to the hospital to treat his finger on the... What in the world is that?
I was going to say, that was not mine. Mine is over there sitting rather peaceful like by the window.
That was like the perfect time.
Oh, like, excuse me. Was that Amber? That wasn't Amber, was it?
My cat's over here looking at me like, Mom, what the fuck?
Okay.
Oh my God, that was random. That was. Okay, it's not on my end, that's for sure. Alrighty. Anything can happen live, ladies and gentlemen. I can't edit this out. Anything can happen live.
It'd be awkward if it was on my end because I'm the only person and being in this hotel room. So
okay. Was that the peacock? No, the peacock's being really good. Just saying hi to everybody. No, it wasn't the peacock. What the hell? That I have to say that was pretty funny. That was so unexpected. So I was working with Johnny in Australia in March of 15 at the time of the incident. And I could say that Amber's account of when we had to take him to the hospital to treat his injured finger on bears no resemblance to my recollection. At the time, I was staying in an apartment block called Peppers on Broad Beach. Most of the crew and the security were all stationed there. I remember at some point in the middle of the afternoon on the 8th of March of 2015, getting an urgent call from Jerry Judge, who is no longer with us, but who used to be in charge of Johnny's security. Jerry had been doing something else that day, so he wasn't around. He told me to get out of the property urgently with Andrew, the driver. His words were along the lines of, Malcolm, get in the car, extract the boss from the situation. The property was just off the highway with a long drive outside patrolling the grounds. For security reasons, there is always a RST. That means a resident security team with 2 4-wheel vehicles and 4 guys. I got to the door around 1:32 p.m. and knocked, but there was no answer. I could hear the ruckus inside. I opened the door, which wasn't locked, and I saw Johnny in the foyer area of the house. He and Amber were screaming at each other. She was wearing a sort of green silk night thing. You might call it a slip. I shouted at Johnny words to the effect of, come with me. You are coming with me. I then took his arm, trying to move him out, but he broke away. I said again words to the effect of, Johnny, come with me. It wasn't easy, but I did get him to go outside. I had the car door open, and when we were outside, Johnny said to me the effect of this: "Look at my finger. She's cut my fucking finger off. She smashed my hand with a vodka bottle." I saw his finger, and it was a mess. He also told us that she had put a cigarette out on his cheek, and I could see the mark on his face. Wow, this is horrible, man. Well, I'm going to stop there for a minute because I'm just thinking of this whole ordeal. So we got Malcolm getting the order from Jerry to get the hell over there, extract the boss from the situation. Malcolm gets there, sees Johnny and her yelling at each other, grabs Johnny's arm, says, "Come on, we got to go." And when he gets in the car, he finds that he could see. Okay, this is a person who could see, so this is not fake. Okay, this is a person who works for him, showing him his finger, which is a mess, and he could see the cigarette mark on his cheek. Clear as day. All right, so I mean, clear as day. Somebody else needs wrenches. Who is it? Space Llama needs a wrench. Felicia. Okay, I will get to them. I promise. I will get them. Thanks, Devilish Angel. I appreciate that. Is that the nightgown that Dr. Kipper brought for her? I'm not sure. He just said it was a slip. He just, yeah, she is an effed up soul. You're right, Sandy. You're right. Absolutely right about that. So number 12, Amber appeared at the door and then came close to the car, screaming and crying, calling out the words along the lines, "Are you just going to leave it like this, you fucking coward?" My God. Are you serious? I don't believe I just read that.
Just gaslights constantly.
My God. Oh, then
You really did want him to haul off and hit her.
Yeah.
You really did. I mean, she just kept going. My God. I wouldn't have kept my composure. I'd be like, all right, fine. Throat punch.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Johnny's girl says hi to Kiki. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Rob. Hi, Jay. So, don't worry, you're late. Don't worry about it. It's good. Just good to see you, Johnny's girl. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Hen, by the way. I saw you sneak in here.
Oh, Hen's in here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hi, Gia.
Came to my
Hi,
Monday
Tanya.
stream.
I stopped by Hen's stream this afternoon. There she is. There she is. There's Hen. I stopped. Hey, Megan. Yeah, I forgot to do a roll call. I'm so sorry. Then she was saying, "I love you. I love you. Is this how you are going to end this?" She was not making a lot of sense. One second, she was begging Johnny not to leave the house. And then she was screaming at him for running away. She was absolutely hysterical. I was worried that she might start throwing objects at Johnny or at myself, as I had seen her throw objects before. For example, I had seen her lob a fork in Johnny's direction once. Another time I recall she threw a lighter at him. Another time a can of Coke. I knew that we needed to get the hell out of here as soon as possible. Wow, so I didn't know none of that. So she threw a fork, a can of Coke, a lighter at Johnny. Wow, I didn't know none of that.
Anything
Like
like
I
that,
said,
basically.
What
she
happened?
wanted him to hit her. I think that 100%. I think she was trying to coach him into it.
100%.
Yeah, she Caroline says he left because it's better to remove yourself than it is to deal with confrontations. He was raised right. Yeah, I agree. Mary Liz says, what a disgusting twitch she is, with a knot and an what an eye. Oh, with a knot and an eye. Okay, yeah, she is. I mean, listen, this woman is a psychopath. I think she's bipolar. I mean, how can you tell 1 minute, are you just going to fucking leave it like this? The guy's fingers chopped off, and then she says, "I love you, I love you." Is this how you're going to end this? Listen, I'm sorry. You chopped off my finger. Yeah, if something's wrong with you, I'm getting the fuck out of there. I'm sorry. Why did he have to tolerate that kind of behavior?
Victim
They should
blaming,
do
isn't it?
Go ahead, Keely.
I said she's just constantly victim blaming.
Yeah.
And that freaking manipulation she was trying to throw in. I love you. I love you.
Yep.
Oh, Carrie, I'm sorry. I'm going to read this. She said,
Bull.
I'm just going to lurk tonight. I spent the evening feeling very unsafe and a little scared. I'm not sure why. I'm sorry you feel this way. I'm so grateful that Hen and you have streamed today. Well, listen, that's why I do it. I do it because I enjoy it. I love being with the panel and I love being with you guys. And if it makes somebody feel better, it's even better that I do that. So I feel really good about that. So, hey, I'm glad I could do it for you guys. All right, so they're trying to get out of this. Let me see what happens next. I could see Amber's face very clearly. She did not have any marks on her face or arms. Now, remember, this is not the LA penthouse incident. This is the Australia incident. Okay, so let's not get confused. She did not look in any physical distress. I was much more concerned about Johnny. He was obviously in emotional distress and panicking. He wasn't that drunk or out of it, though, and was easily standing on his own and having a conversation, which I totally believe. I absolutely believe that. I would estimate that I was there for around 25 minutes in total. We then took Johnny to my apartment around 2 p.m. on the basis that it was private. Fortunately, one of my guys, Trevor, was there when we were getting into the lift, and I told him to stop anyone else from using the lift so I can get Johnny in without anyone seeing him. As soon as we got into my apartment, I started cleaning Johnny's finger in my bathroom. When I saw it properly, I knew it was too much for me, even though I am a first aid trained. I was going to say, why was he doing that? But
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. Debbie, Dr. Kniper's nurse, had been allocated an apartment on the same block as me. I called her, got her to my apartment. It took her about 3 minutes from when I called her. She started a triage. I'm not sure on Johnny's finger. She then called Dr. Kniper and asked him to come over and have a second look. Johnny's girl says, Rob, did you hear that Johnny wants Amber Heard to get a mental evaluation? She needs a shrink.
I did.
That's for sure.
Oh.
I hope they make her get one. No, I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that either.
I got that from the real Laura B just about an hour and a half ago, which by then I'm like, but I've done my video for today, and yeah.
Elsie says, we love you too, Rob's Rules. We appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat, Elsie. Again, you gave me one earlier on another stream. I thank you very much for being so generous. Very nice of you to do that. And we, listen, it's a great community here, and it's a community I don't regret being a part of, and I'm happy to be a part of it. And I'm happy to share it with all of you, even though I can't get to every comment and I can't get to every. Keely sent me a photo. I hope it's not Gary naked, because if it's Gary naked, I don't want to see it. I just want to let you know.
Oh God!
Motion to compel independent evaluation.
Okay.
Hey,
I didn't see that.
Carrie, just breathe. It's going to be okay. Do you need to talk to somebody?
Oh, here she is. I'm sorry, Elsie, but 1 second. Carrie says, my ex has been very threatening, intimidating, and used every trick of a narcissist handbook. I was shaking and having severe panic attacks. It's so hard. I resonate with how Johnny must feel a lot. I'm sorry. Carrie, I don't know if you have an order of protection against him, but if you don't, I severely think you should
get it done. Yes.
And this way he's not supposed to call you, come near you, go near your house, your home. I would strongly advise her getting it to protect yourself, because if he breaks that order of protection, he can be arrested. And you got to stop him somehow, and that's the best way to stop him. So if you haven't got an order of protection, do what Amber did. Do what Amber did. I'm not trying to use her as an example, but you really should do it. I've had many women come to my courthouse and do it. You need to protect yourself. You need a record. You need something. I highly, highly suggest you do that. And I hope you're okay. I'm so sorry, Carrie. Yeah, Casey, LC says she can relate. I'm sorry.
Any of us, Carrie, all our DMs are open. But yes, getting an order of protection is going to be one of the biggest things that you can do. Let somebody know what's going on.
Yeah, she's got to make a record of it because this way
so
this guy can
scary,
stop her. It is. Oh, it's very scary.
Mm-hmm.
But what else can you do in this situation? She can't confront him, right?
Mhm.
That's not the thing. She's not Amber, scared for her life, yet she's throwing vodka bombs.
Well, right.
So that's the difference. The difference between what's going on with Kerry and the difference between what happened with Amber. How could you say you're scared, yet you're approaching a car? You keep going after somebody. You can't be scared. That's the opposite of a victim. That's the opposite. Look, Johnny's trying to get the flock out of there. Right? He's trying to run. He's been injured. He's hurt. So he's trying to head out the door. This woman's chasing him. Well, the person who's chasing is not the abused. That's the abuser. And that's why I would tell you, Kerry, do me a favor. It's clear what you're going through. Please protect. You have to get something on file because the cops would tell you there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. But once you get that, there is something they can do. Because if he breaks that order, there's definitely something they can do. They can get involved. That's just my advice to you. I don't know what else to say. Somebody did ask me a question. I missed it, but they said something to the. Oh, here it is. Sean B. If Amber does get a mental evaluation, will that help Johnny's case in any way? It could. Go ahead, Tiffany.
I think it would, but I know why she started going the route with talking about mental distress that she did. See, she's trying to be clever, but it can backfire. What I mean by she's trying to be clever is she's trying to get diagnosed probably with PTSD so she can use it against him. I think this way she's appearing in media, her flushed face, her sudden and jogging pants, clothes all the time, that's not a mistake. She's trying to be clever, but it can backfire. Because if she gets evaluated by a shrink that knows half their shit and is not likely to take bribes, then yes, they will talk about all their mental issues, not just one. So this little so-called clever ploy, Depp's team is trying to turn it around on her. And if everything keeps going fairly as it has, this could backfire on her big time.
Yeah, especially because what excuse does she have for the last couple of years that they've been doing all this stuff and she hasn't appeared to have any sort of PTSD? Like, don't get me started on PTSD and fake PTSD.
And with that, she walks away. She shakes her head, letting you know how it is, give you a little finger, and walks away, just like that.
But she's playing victim for the cameras. She's making sure we see her without makeup, with a flushed face, without expensive clothes, in sweatshirts, in jogging pants. Guys, we can poke fun of it all we want, but these are very deliberate moves.
Yes.
On one hand, to convince people that she's suffering the after effects, bullshit, but that's what she's going for. And B, if you have people on Twitter who are then, as soon as she takes those pictures, going in on the attack, well, she's going to use that for her counterclaim now, isn't she?
Yep. Everything to her is a performance. She can't just be. It's all a performance to get whatever it is she's trying to get.
Yeah, well, she's trying to get out of it. Listen, and I'm going to prove that in this way. She's trying to get the case dismissed 3 times and failed. Now she's trying to appeal those decisions that the judge made, right? And and then she's trying to say, "Oh, my performance was so bad because of all the stress I'm going through, and it's all Johnny's fault," and blah blah blah. So everything she's trying again. I told you she's going to try every little thing she can. Everything she could think of to try and get her way out of it. And my question is, why would you try to get out of it if your evidence is so overwhelming? If you have all these witnesses and everything, what are you scared of?
Yep.
You shouldn't be.
$1 million
I don't-
question.
Yeah. Why would you be scared?
And why
So
all
she
of a sudden is the PTSD coming on? That shit doesn't just suddenly appear out of nowhere. It starts from day one as soon as you're out of that mess. And we've seen her constantly flaunting expensive clothes, expensive restaurants, and expensive foods. And now all of a sudden she is the dowdy little Puritan girl. Not buying it.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny's girl just want to say thank you for. She gave me a thumbs up with the. So I want to give you a thumbs up back. Thank you, Johnny's girl. I appreciate so much. You're awesome. You always are. Thank you for being such a great supporter to the channel. I always appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I had to give you that thumbs up. You know I have to act out everything. So just
Hey,
wanted
Planet Q.
to go ahead.
Hey, Planet Q, can you drop the mental health line for Carrie in case she wants to use that resource?
Well, Tina, not only has she played everybody, but she continues to play everybody, including Johnny. But she continues. It's just not ending. It's just not. It doesn't end. Tammy talks about did a video saying that Amber Heard won't be doing press for Aquaman. I don't know. I haven't heard that, but okay. I'll go with maybe she knows something I don't. Okay, I haven't heard that, but she's run out of money. Well, here's the thing, Leanne. If she ran out of money, then why is she going shopping with her buddy and Eve Barlow and buying wine? Now, if you don't have money, you're going to pick food over wine, right? You're going to go grocery shopping and pick food, not wine. So she has money.
Not if you're an alcoholic, you won't pick food over wine.
True. Yeah,
I
it's
was
true.
just going to say. There were times in my past when I was in full-blown alcoholism, when I chose booze over food.
Yes.
Yeah. Tanya says, regardless if she says she has PTSD, she has to be diagnosed. A judge won't accept her saying it as an excuse. In that case, a mental evaluation would definitely be needed. Then the baby would be taken.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, would the baby be taken?
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: she can go into if she gets the wrong therapist, like Tiff was saying, she gets the wrong therapist, and they don't want to play her game, and they follow the case. The woman is screwed.
Wow.
I can just imagine her having to deal with one of my old shrinks from when I first became an adult. Oh my God, that'd be hilarious. I would freaking die.
Yeah, you're right. Amber is clearly picking wine over everything else. Yeah, even her baby. Yeah. Wasn't she diagnosed before?
No. I'm trying to remember what the mental health record said.
In the court documents, Depp has mentioned the fact that he was told she was borderline, but we haven't seen any documents yet to back that up. But then again, you got to think about HIPAA. They got, in regards to whether that all comes into play, that's what she needs to realize. If she wants to bring mental health into it, then that is literally removing that HIPAA protection, and then he can bring it all out.
Mm-hmm.
And look like he's going to. He's like, well, you opened the door, so I'm just going to walk right through it. Here you go.
Elon Musk is keeping the baby. It's possible. And Addie says, I'm not sure the baby is a prop for Amber Heard.
It says here that she's got borderline toxic narcissist personality disorder and is a sociopath.
Where'd you get that, Keely?
Online.
Johnny's girl.
Online. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh.
Okay, Carrie, I'm glad that you have some sort of support, because with what you were saying had me worried. So if you need the link, let us know. We have people that can get the link to you, but if you're good with your support of your church family and that male friend of yours, then that's fine too. But we do care, and we are here for you if you need to talk to somebody, okay?
Yeah, and Carrie, listen, I can't I can't stress getting that order of protection. I know you don't want to do it, but what's the alternative? He keeps calling you, he keeps stalking you, and he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna keep doing it. He's gonna keep doing it because even if you yell and scream and holler, he knows one thing: you're scared. And
Mm-hmm.
as long as he has that control, and you let him have that control because you don't want
Mm-hmm.
to go to a court or you don't want to get a paperwork, he's gonna constantly do this. He might follow you around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Johnny's girl went through it. Johnny's girl, luckily, the person stopped, but she had her neighbor follow her all over town. I mean, imagine going shopping and someone's watching you. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's very creepy. So you don't want to go to church and he's waiting for you outside, or he's in the church and he sees you and he's watching. You're going to get very, very nervous. So I
Mm-hmm.
suggest you get that protection order. Keep him away from your church, your home, your phone, your email,
Mm-hmm.
your anything. I can't stress it enough.
To quote my favorite show, Lucifer, there's a therapist on there that says, people don't have power over us. We give it to them. You need to take your power back. So,
That's a good. I like that. That's I like that. Space Llama, I will give you a wrench. I just saw you, so let me hurry and give you a wrench. I'm sorry, I didn't give you one, so that's my fault. And Delos Angel reminded me to give you one, so you can thank her, and I will give you one right now. There you go. I don't know if I missed anybody else. I tried to get as many as I could the other day. All right.
so
So
Malcolm Connolly.
what happened?
So Malcolm Connolly.
Yes, let's get back. Yeah, we're
Yes,
sorry.
because it's almost 7:30.
We went all over the place. It's almost time to wake up for stupid o'clock. I got you. So, okay, so he went to his apartment because it was private. Debbie, the nurse, came over, and they called the doctor. Okay, so that's 16, 17, 18. And actually, we're almost done. By the way, we're done with this in 3 paragraphs. That's it. That's all it is. It's only 3 more paragraphs. When Dr. Nipper arrived, about 30 minutes after Johnny and I had got there, he said it was way beyond his capability and told us we needed to take Johnny to the hospital. Jerry and I then took Johnny to the hospital with Dr. Nipper and Nurse Debbie. It must have been around 4:30, 5 o'clock. So this is like 2, 3 hours later.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that we would not let the true cause of Johnny's injuries become known, as this would create extremely bad publicity. As a result, Jerry suggested that we should say Johnny had injured his finger slicing onions. I thought it was fairly obvious that this was not true, given the severity of the injury, and suggested we say he jammed it in a car door. However, we went with the onion cover story. The specialist didn't believe us for 1 second.
The doctor's probably like, uh-huh.
My mom, people like her would have been one of the people that would have came into room to see what was going on with the finger. And I swear I can hear her in her head because this is where I get my sarcasm, just looking and be like, sure, Jan.
Oh, Nipper like Skipper. Gotcha. I always say things
Kipper.
wrong.
Kipper. Rob, it's Kipper. It's
Kipper?
Dr. Kipper.
Kipper, Skipper. I don't know. I keep getting things wrong. I get names wrong. This is just proof how many names I get wrong.
You were reading it, and I was just dying. I was like, oh, God.
Thank God I don't have to say names for a living, because I would absolutely be embarrassed. Thank God.
How long did you
Anyway,
think I was called Kayla?
Don't come into the call center industry.
I thought,
Don't
no,
do
I
it.
won't. I won't. And Keely, I thought your name for a long time. Oh my God, I said your name what, for months? Probably months. I said it wrong.
Kaylee.
Kaylee, that's what I called her. Kaylee. Kaylee,
I
not Keely.
remember.
Someone's like, Rob, Keely, key with a key. I was like, oh my God, sorry.
And we
Sorry.
started throwing the keys in the chat every time you did it.
Nipper, nipples, I don't know, whatever you want, nipply, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, the last thing he said, which I'm kind of disappointed, because I was hoping he would talk about the May incident, and he's only talking about the Australia incident. I really wanted to know what happened in May. He just said Johnny didn't go back to the house over the next few days. Instead, he stayed in my apartment with me. The end. I was hoping he would go into the other, but doesn't seem to go into it. That's the end of his witness statement. I did it within 45 minutes. So I go into somebody else's, but I'll get your thoughts on everything. And we'll start with Miss McCarthy, go to Keely, Kawawa, and Tiffany. And so what do you think? Yeah, your thoughts. Your thoughts on what do you have to say?
She's a liar. Liar, pants on fire. First of all. But also, it's just the fact that you cut off his finger, sis. Like, you can't deny that no matter how hard you try it. And it's just, this statement just kind of like solidifies everything that we've already thought and known up until this point. And it's just very like, it's anticlimactic in a way, because it's like, well, this is what happened, but there's no like, there's no like satisfaction from it because we already knew, you know what I'm saying? And so it's kind of like, I just feel so awful for Johnny that he had to go through this. And I'm so glad that he has people in his corner that take care of him and look out for him and are willing to put themselves in danger to extract him from situations like this, because Johnny could have died being with her. If it like, he literally bled out for hours before he went to the hospital. And the thing that I keep coming back to is I feel like if he was drinking and doing all these drugs and stuff like she was trying to say he was doing during this time, like, I feel like he would not have been able to bleed out like that for hours.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah.
He couldn't have been, you know, and just like Tanya said, like, he got MRSA 2-3 times, almost died just from this finger injury. Like, I really think that she was trying to kill this man so that she could just run away with the money, or run away, like, you know what I'm saying? She could paint herself as this widowed young woman who, it's just,
yeah.
Ugh.
He had it 3 times, I believe. I think it was 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, go ahead, Kawawa. You're up.
I just think that you know, obviously JD was trying to protect her at first. I think obviously that's why they lied at the hospital. But even the hospital knew that it was a high velocity injury. And the fact that she tries to lie and says that a phone did that, like a plastic phone can just crush your bones. First I've heard. What I think it breaks my heart how much she victim blames, and it's just like a classic thing that happens in DV relationships. The abuser will constantly tell the person that they're abusing that it's their fault. You know, why did you do it? This is your fault. You made me do this. Why are you leaving? Blah blah. It's horrible. She's horrible. She's a horrible person.
I agree. Miss Tiffany, we did this all within an hour, so I'm going to let you finish up your hour. Just give your opinion and say whatever you want. It's all you, Miss Tiff.
Okay, so barring, of course, the emotional damage this whole event did to him, to have somebody he cared about that much do such a horrific thing, just looking at the medical side of it, because like I said, I've been around this sort of thing my whole life because of my mom. If he was drinking, like she stated he was, alcohol is a blood thinner. But alcohol being a blood thinner, him bleeding that much, he would have bled out very quickly. He wouldn't have even been conscious by the time they were able to get him out of there. Think about it. If he drank all that he did, alcohol being a blood thinner, yeah, that would have sent him to the hospital completely unconscious, and he would have had another reason that he almost died. Number 2, in regards to, well, he did it with the phone, or this, or that. Radiologists and radiology techs, they know what they're doing. They spend their lives studying bones. They can tell exactly what type of injury somebody has when they're walking into an ER after they get them under the machines. So the fact of the matter is, it wasn't just the doctors, it was also those who specialize in that area who were saying this kind of bone fracture can only be caused from one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny doesn't have, he may be a strong dude, don't get me wrong, but he could not have produced the velocity that can come from a throw by banging his finger with a phone. That's not how it works, not with those types of injuries. That's a bunch of garbage. And that's why when they said he was cutting onions, any radiology tech with their salt would know instantly that that was a lie, because they would know it would have taken a lot more velocity than he would be able to produce by simply the motion of cutting onions in order to cause that kind of injury, or the phone to cause that type of injury. It would take some velocity, it would take some glass. Yeah. So that's how I know that it's her whole claim is garbage. Complete
Mm-hmm.
garbage. And any person in the medical field worth their damn salt would be able to call her out on this bunch of bullshit. I'm not even a professional. I've just simply been around enough professionals to know it's garbage. And imagine the emotional toll. And let's get back to that real quick. That somebody that you loved enough to marry, in spite of knowing that they were indeed a troubled human being.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, part of the shock in DV, and yes, I do speak from experience here, part of the shock of DV is not just nearly dying, but knowing someone that close to you had so much hatred in their hearts towards you, this person that you love, that they were willing to actually do that to your person. People's mental states, how they feel about themselves, that affects not just mental health, but physical health. People die of broken hearts. If you see people in long marriages, people die of broken hearts due to DV as well. So the fact that he didn't just give up, where a lot of people in that situation says a lot about him, and it says a lot that in the back of his mind he knew eventually it was probably going to have to come to the end. I think the poop was the straw that broke the camel's back, but I think he knew at that time, after he had gotten over the shock of what was done, okay, I need out of here.
Tiffany, any words you'd like to say about you or your channel while you're here? Because I know you got to get going because of stupid o'clock.
Sure. So, as you guys know, I'm covering the Judge Rotenberg Center, the ban was overturned in July 7th in regards to using a machine specifically designed to cause painful skin shocks via electrodes on people with disabilities and people with mental issues, designed to be at least 3 times more powerful than a police stun gun. Police stun guns run on about 3 to 4 milliamps. These devices run from 15 for the GED 3A and 45.5 for the GED 4A that they use on these kids. And for things as little, and I shit you not, this is the exact words from one of their behavior sheets, non-compliance. No, and for speaking out or for trying to escape, the list goes on. So I'm continuing to cover that case. We're continuing to look into this group of people who are using radiation blasts against autistic children's brains, and basically hitting the frontal cortex, the area we use for reason. So I'm, of course, going to be keeping on top of that story, everything else that's going in the disability world, Free Britney, what have you. Usually my weekdays are mostly towards Judge Rotenberg Center because, let's face it, I'm exhausted a good majority of the time, and usually by the time I'm done with the phones, I can't even think about doing another video, let alone holding a coherent conversation. But yeah, during the weeks I cover that. During the weekends I cover this, what's going on in the neurodiverse autism disability communities, and sometimes I go on nerd rants. So just follow me, keep an eye up, and I always let people know what's going on.
Before you go, Tiff, I had one question for you. I'm not
Mhm.
sure if you said a couple streams ago that somebody was anybody bothering you or harassing you or anything like that. I just wanted to check up on that because I think you mentioned that a few streams ago that there was some weirdos like checking you out or something that made you feel uncomfortable.
Oh no, I was just simply mentioning whatever. I don't have any particular person that's after me when I go outside my door or anything. I just get treated a certain way at my neighborhood because my diagnosis is well known. I'm a semi-public figure for the things that I do, and I have been for many years. So I kind of get looked at whenever I go outside my door like a sideshow freak, even doing so much as getting groceries. And anytime I go down to the gas station to get morning juice or anything, I usually get harassed by some guy in some car whistling at me. It usually makes me uncomfortable. But of course,
Uh,
I'm a fiery little shit, so I always just answer by flipping them off.
well, I mean, I can't understand because I'm a guy. Unfortunately, I'm probably one of the guys like, hey, baby, hey, like back in the day, so so hey, try to think of it this way. Don't get angry. Just see it as some guy thinks you're very attractive. Try to look at the positive,
Oh, I
not the
don't mind the
negative.
whistling so much as, hey, baby, give me your number. Like, dude, I don't know you.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
bothers most women, yes, but put on top of that fact that I'm autistic, on top of that, we're uncomfortable with being in the spotlight unless it's me and it's in a certain arena. We don't like being put in that sort of spotlight anyway, having some weird strangers come up to us that we don't know.
Yeah, I understand. No, I was just trying to give you a little positivity. That's all. Try not to be so negative about yourself because I think you're a great person. I think what you're doing is fantastic. And I think you shouldn't be so negative. You got a lot going for you. You got your job now starting to get better for you. Things are getting better for you, and you've gone a long way. You look where you were and what you went through and what you've told all of us in the member stream. And look where you are now. You've gone a long way. So to me, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing how you survived, what you defeated, what you got over, what you got through, and where you are today. And you're a very beautiful woman, and you got a lot going on for you. So be proud of who you are, and try not to be so. I'm just trying to give you positive stuff because I
I
see you
know.
in a different light than you might see yourself. So
And there are
I just wanted to say
positive
that.
things going on, and I mention those positive things. It's just when it comes to disability stuff, I can't control, unfortunately, that a lot of that is negative.
Right,
I wish I
right.
could. I would love to have more positive news come to that community, but the sad fact of the matter is that doesn't happen all too often. But I do when it comes to life.
I hear you. Well, Tiff, I always love having you on. Thanks for being here. Make sure you get some rest. Rest up. Uh,
Will
you know,
do.
uh, again, if you come on Friday, I'll be on Friday. That's up to you. You guys are invited, so it's up to you guys.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye, Tiff.
Take care. Make sure you subscribe to Tiffany Daniels. Hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to Tiffany Daniels. Please check her out. Check her out. Check her out. Check her out.
Bye,
Take care,
guys.
Tiff. Bye.
Be safe.
Oh, what? Wait, hold on. No,
Oh, yeah.
don't look at me.
Well, this is a different view.
So I've done a lot of witness statements. Believe it or not, because I know you two haven't been here, but we've gone over Vanessa Paradis, which was short, and we've gone
Okay.
over Winona Ryder, which was short. We've gone over Hilda Vargas, who was the cleaning lady. We've gone over a lot of people, man. We got over Malcolm, which was not too long. Trinity, we're going to finish up Friday. So basically, what I'm getting from everybody, and believe me, Johnny has much more witness statements to go through here, is basically stating that when they saw Amber, she has no mark on her face, she's not injured. Then all of a sudden, Friday, she's magically has a zit on her face. I mean, a mark on her face, and then all of a sudden it's and all of a sudden it's gone again. You know, and here's the kicker, and I don't know if you were here, Jackie and Keely, if you heard this. We were Trinity. She happens to be a front desk security. She runs the company. She said that weekend, right after Amber was seen doing the TRO, she got a plant the next week. So her secretary came down, and her secretary also happened to work for Elon Musk.
How convenient.
She gets the plant. She brings the plant up to Amber. There's a gift card that falls out. So somebody, a resident, happens to pick up the gift card, opens it up, and then decides to give it to the front manager, which is Trinity. She said that the message read, "I had a wonderful weekend. Thank you," from Elon Musk. The letter E. Not only that, there was text messages, which I did a video a while ago, and it's all making sense. It's all starting to come together for me. That Elon Musk, and known as Rocket Man on these text messages, was offering 24-hour security to Amber. He wanted to make sure she was okay. And they had text messages going back and forth. And that was one day after Johnny came to get his things, and she claimed that he threw the phone at her. And she also told him that she was changing. She also told him she was changing the locks. So, go figure. This woman's a piece of shit. You ask me.
Things that make you go,
Yeah.
Little miss, I'm not a gold digger.
Yeah. So Friday we're going to finish up Trinity's witness statement because I'm curious to see what else happened, and we're going to go over a fellow named Alejandro Romero. He happened to work there on the weekends. Now she worked Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because I know you guys didn't see this. She worked Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday she saw nothing with Amber. She spoke to Amber. Amber came to the front desk. She saw Amber talking. She saw no marks. She was flawless, no marks. But on Friday, she noticed she had a mark. She said the funny thing was Johnny Depp wasn't there. So
yeah,
where did the mark come from? You know, where did this mark come from? I don't know why I'm freezing because I'm definitely not freezing on my end. I mean, I'll check out my internet.
Oh, you're nice.
All right, so I will click out, check my internet, and I'll be right back. So you can hang with these lovely ladies. I'll be right back.
So hi, Key.
Hey, girl, how are you?
I'm good. Sorry I didn't hang out much on your stream last night. There was some craziness that happened. Personally, I'll have to tell you later.
Yes, please share that. Oh, I'm in so much pain today. I've slept for night and I woke up and now my left shoulder blade is killing me right now.
Oh, man.
Well, hopefully does it sound better? Is everything okay?
Yep.
Yeah, that's better.
It's weird. So let me tell you what the secret is if you guys are streaming on. Sometimes on a phone, when someone comes in, you have to swipe out. You have to close the app and come back in. And the same thing when they go out. Sometimes it happens. So whatever. and usually every hour this thing kicks me off. So I kick myself off. So it didn't have to. By the way, Sandy says she totally missed you, Keely, last night.
Oh.
So I guess that's her apology saying she's sorry she missed you. So.
Mhm. So are we going to pull up another witness statement and start it, or do you not want
Yes.
to? Oh, okay.
Oh no, let's I'm looking into now, seeing who I can grab. I think we also went over Stephen Daughters. That was another guy. He was on he was on the plane, and he said it's impossible for that Amber could have thrown a chair because they were fixed to the floor.
Yeah, and I really doubt he said anything about Johnny kicking her in the back, right?
Yeah, it was just like a love tap, like he was fooling around like Johnny always does, and then she got so offended over and started, you know, and he never threw a boot at her like she reported. So because he was there, so he showed me he was on the plane. He was like, you know, so he's like, I had a clear view of the whole thing, you know. So
I tell you what. My husband spanks my ass all the time, and I don't complain about it. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, where are your priorities, girl? Get it together.
Don't worry, Keely. Your day is coming when Gary gets over there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, this stream! I'm telling you, this stream goes everywhere. I can't. I don't know. It goes everywhere. This stream. All right, let me look at who it can pick. Let's pick Tara Roberts. I have no idea who she is. So let's find out who Tara Roberts.
Isn't she the one on his island? I believe.
Oh, she's an estate manager.
Mm-hmm. I think for the island he owns.
For the island. Okay, so she's a Kevin Murphy, but for the island. You are correct.
Yeah.
So it's Tara Roberts of the Bahamas. Oh, Jackie, of course.
I'm trying to summon my husband, but I think he's sleeping.
By the way, I think I have an emoji with a banana. I'm not sure. I think
you did. You added one. I felt so honored.
And I added a key also. Did I not? A key?
Yeah.
Yes, I added a key, a guitar. I added a hat for Zod.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only one I couldn't do, like I was trying to find something for Tiffany. So I tried Adora, but it wouldn't let me. Daria, but it wouldn't let me do it. I'm going to try again, but I don't know. It was giving me so much problems, and I got frustrated. So I said, I'll have to try another time. But oh my God, Carrie says I wouldn't complain if Johnny love tapped me. Well, hey, you know, there's the bananas. See, this is how it comes out on my end, but I know what you're doing. But
apparently, El Torrance had a post. Hold on.
Oh, let me try to find it. Hey, Wildcard, how are you? She saw Amber Heard have a meltdown and attack JD. Oh, well, we're going to get into that now. You're a little ahead of me, but we will.
Right back.
Rob Reed, El Torrance post. Okay.
Oh, I have found it. JD's lawyer has filed a motion to compel an independent mental examination of Turd on Twitter. Now check it out. And the real Laura B, you will see.
Ah, nice. Well, I hope it doesn't backfire. That's all I'm going to say. I'm worried. I don't celebrate that because that kind of concerns me because she could play the, you know, like what happened to Britney Spears. Like she could play that card.
Yeah.
And she would. Yeah, and she would play it really good. And that's why I'm not too happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if that was the right move to do. Like, oh, let's find out she's insane. So what happens if she's insane? Then you don't win the case? You know, what happens? Why would you want to do that? I don't agree with that move. I just don't think that was too smart of a move.
I think it's too soon for that. I think that should be a little bit closer to court after she continues acting a fool.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think you're spot on. I don't know. I just don't like the fact that they did that. I'm like, okay, I didn't want to hear that news because that's something I want to celebrate. I'm too afraid she'll find, you know, the insane plea or something.
Yeah, I mean, no matter how good or bad she is at it, she is an actress.
Yes.
She's played mentally ill roles, so.
By the way, speaking of bananas, Diamond Knight, I thank you so much, has super chatted me a banana. It's a banana. Let me see if I can show it on the screen. I'm pretty bad at doing this, but I would try. Hold on. So let's turn my laptop this way. And
banana! I see
there's
it.
The banana. It's somewhere there. There's the banana. Banana! I can't get down. The camera's showing me. Not me. Show the banana. Oh, the banana. There's the banana. So thank you, Diamond Knight, for the banana. I think I have a banana inside, but I'm just too lazy to go get it because I'm all the way here. So anyway, let's see what. Thank you, Diamond. Thank you so much. Thank you, LC. If I missed anybody, just want to say thank you so much. Thank you, Johnny's girl. Did I miss anyone? I think I missed somebody. I can't go all the way up, so it doesn't let me. It sucks, man. Whatever. Stupid damn thing doesn't let me go all the way up. Anyway, so let me read. What was I reading? Oh yes, I was reading Tara. No, not Malcolm. We did Malcolm already. Not Stephen Daughters. We did him too. Here it is, Tara. Okay. So Tara, who's the real estate manager in the Bahamas since December 2008. So we'll skip all the stuff, the normal stuff, and we'll start. It doesn't look like this is too long, so I think we could finish this. Can you go to the Twitter now and read it over the stream? You want me to read that instead of the witness statement? I'll tell you what. What do you want me to read? Do you want me to read Tara's witness statement, or do you want me to read what the Twitter? I'll let you guys vote. You guys vote. Let me know what you want. And somebody left something. The Glare. Oh my God, I haven't seen you. Wow.
Hi.
Oh
I haven't been on your channel in a while, and I'm so sorry.
He goes for $4.99 for your Aquaman 2 ticket. Love my Amber. Well, to let you know, $4.99 would be like an afternoon showing. I think it's like but it wouldn't be a nighttime showing when I could go. That's more like $15 to $20 in my neck of the woods. So, but dude, anyway, thank you so much, Glera. You're awesome. I really appreciate it. I hope you've seen some of the articles I sent you on Twitter. I don't know if you're going to cover any, but I sent them to you because I know this is stuff you cover. So, and I hope all's well. I did stop by, but then I haven't seen you post in a while. So maybe you go on late at night. I don't know. I haven't been there. I'm back to work, so my schedule changed again. So, but Glare, thank you so much. If you haven't checked out the Glare's channel, he does true crime. Check him out. Hit that like, subscribe button, and notification bell so you can check out when he goes live. Great guy, very funny. Since I've met him, he's been a terrific person. I can't rave about him more. He's a fantastic person. So, check out the Glare. He's been on my channel a couple times too. So, yes, why doesn't the Glare get his backside on the panel? I don't know. He's working now. He's probably working, but because he's usually working around the time I stream, and then when he streams, I'm like so tired, I'm about to go to bed. But matinee, that's the word I was looking for. Yes, it's a matinee. Yeah, so that's probably what it costs for a matinee showing of the film.
Yeah, $4.99 ain't gonna buy you nothing in Michigan, boo boo. Nothing.
I have no idea what Crystal's talking about, but hey now, whatever works for you.
Where's Terry? We need a Terry hashtag.
I don't know. I can't figure out who she wants these other, what other threesome? Does she want the Glare and Johnny? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's the
Get that biotillet right.
Maybe me and Johnny. Maybe she wants me in the Glare. I don't know. Hey, whatever works. I don't know. I'm just taking guesses here. But whatever you're thinking about, God bless you.
Everyone's got a fantasy, y'all.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Speaking of channels, here's another one. Phantasmagorical says, Troll in the Hizzy. Hey, Will. She's saying hi to the Glare. Troll to the Hizzy. Glare, what's up, my friend? So people are having threesome fantasies, and I don't know. I have no idea. Glare is hysterical laughing. Thank you, by the way, Glare, and thank you, Phantasmagorical. Make sure you check out both of their channels, please. And there's something else that's funny here. Hold on, I'm going to catch it. Carrie says, Johnny is mine. I'm sharing my sexy thong. I told you I can't control what you guys do. I cannot control. This channel starts here and it goes everywhere else. I can't give up. I have no idea. 80 says, I live in New York. Oh, wow. I'm in New Jersey, so not far. Says yes, you can buy peanut butter for $4.99. Oh yeah, I mean I could buy some stuff. I could buy a McDonald's. Here's what I could buy. I could buy a McDonald's large soda, and I could buy a $3 bundle for. So there you go for $4.99. I could do that. I could do that. I could definitely do, but I'm way off top. Okay, let me go to Twitter. I'll make I don't know what you guys want me to do, so I will head to Twitter, and I will see what's going on. Where do I have to go? Lara B, the real Lara B.
Yep, the real Lara B.
All right.
I haven't seen it yet.
So let me go to Twitter. Let me go to the real Lara B. Let me see what she says. All right, there she is, the real Lara B. Oh, yeah, Triple H. I don't know if you guys follow wrestling and all, but he was in the hospital. He's 52 years old. He was having something with a heart murmur or something, but they said he's going to be okay, thank God. I was like, oh, crap. That scared me. So let me see. Okay, is this an update? Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard, Fairfax. A Judge A has agreed to hear an interlocutory appeal plea in bar. I don't know if this is it. Judgment to dismiss. I don't know if this is it. I don't know if that's it. That seems like something else. I don't know. I don't know. It's talking about a lot about Cuomo and his attorney and she posts so many things. I don't know how far down I have to go. Johnny, here it is. Johnny Depp motion to compel independent mental examination of Amber Heard to be heard September 24th. No motion uploaded yet. Okay, so there's no motion uploaded. So all it is paperwork. I'll try to read it. I'm going to have to go close up to it because it's very... Hold on. Let me see if I could... Hold on. Let me see what I can do with this thing. Yes, enlarge it. Yes, that would be great, computer, if you would make it bigger. I know Cherry's going to use that one. Yes. Why does it want to work? No, I didn't say no shrink. I said large. Do you know what large means? The large computer. Large. It's not working. Hold on. Let me see what I can do. Hold on a second. Come on. Work for me. Yeah, baby. No. Yeah. Give it, baby. Yeah. Hold on. No. Wait. No, don't bite it. No, that's not what I said. Wait a second. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only joking.
Well.
Sorry, only joking. Anyway, it's not really working too well, but I'll see. So moving party was the plaintiff. Motion to compel independent mental examination. Date to be heard Friday, September 24th. So that's not too far. Estimated time 30 minutes, 10 a.m. in the morning. Does this motion require 2 weeks' notice? Yes, so I guess he gave proper notice. The judge has been assigned to the entire case by. It's not really saying too much. That's really all it says. It's just a basic like a notice saying that he's going to do a motion to compel for a mental examination. That's really it. There's really not much to it because she doesn't have the motion attached to it, so. There's not much to it. That's all it says. But again, I don't think this is something to sell. I'm kind of nervous about this because, again, I think that if she's found in any way, shape, or form insane, what does that say about Johnny's case? Why would you? I just think this is a real risky move that could backfire. And with everything going on, it's been so positive. I just don't think this is the right thing to do at this time. I just don't think this is the right thing to do at this time. Continue to read the whole thread. Okay, the whole thread. All right. I don't know. I didn't see much there, so I'll go back to the thread. Let me see what she says. All right. She's asking in her counterclaim. Oh, that might not be it. Oh, she's asking in her counterclaim for compensation on mental distress. I don't know if you guys know this. As a direct result of Johnny Depp's false and defamatory statements, Ms. Heard has suffered damages, including damages to her reputation, harm to her ability to work in her profession, and a spokeswoman, I don't know what that means, damages, embarrassment, humiliation, inconvenience, and emotional distress in an amount to be proven at trial and determined by a jury. She put this is in her counterclaim. Ah, that's interesting. Didn't know that.
But it was okay for her to do all that stuff to Johnny and
Of
have
course.
Johnny experience the same emotional turmoil.
Reminded that Amber Heard is a diagnosed sociopath and narcissist. Hold on. The signs that I don't know what this is from. The signs that Miss Heard began to demonstrate and then become the full. Wait, hold on. Let me click this. What is this? Fundamentally, the signs that Miss Heard began to demonstrate and then became the full and developed aspects of her career that I've come to know during the incredibly unhappy time when we were together. She is a calculating, diagnosed borderline personality. She's a psychopath. She's a narcissist. And she is completely emotionally dishonest. I am now convinced that she came into my life. This must be from Johnny. Came into my life to take from me anything worth taking. Sorry, my daughter's texting me here. So to take anything worth taking and then destroy what remained of it. I agree to that 100%. Indeed, later in our relationship, this is definitely Johnny who wrote this. Later in our relationship, when we sought the help of a marriage counselor, the marriage counselor confirmed to me that Miss Heard had a borderline a borderline toxic narcissistic personality disorder and is a sociopath. It is further explained to me that Miss Heard's projection of emotions is extremely exaggerated. She will always overreact. Oh, what happened? Oh no. What happened? How did I get to this? Well, okay, there we go. Sorry, I must have clicked something by accident. She will always, excuse you, doggy. She will always overreact, and she simply cannot be wrong in any circumstances. She inevitably accuses other people of bad things she herself has done. The same has been said to me by my private doctor, David Kipper. I said that right, I hope. So, this is what Johnny said. He said that Miss Heard had been, from the marriage counselor, confirmed that Amber was a borderline toxic narcissistic personality disorder and is a sociopath. And that's from their marriage counselor. Huh. What do you make of that? Wow. I don't know if there's anything else you guys want me to read up on. I don't know. I do not know. I think that's all I see. I don't see any more going on, but that's, come on. What are you doing? That's twice. What's wrong with Chanel? Will you stop? You're killing me here with your gas problems. Thank you. Sorry, the dog is just going on. Sorry about that. El Turan says, what? Rob, read Laura B stuff in the thread too. That is proof. That is JD's proof. You are reading his reason for asking for the evaluation. She wanted him to have one done. Well, listen. Here's the thing. I don't like this idea, and I'll tell you why I'm so against this, because this could backfire, and then he could wind up with nothing. And I don't know if this is the right way to go. But I mean, I guess if he's trying to clear his name, he could use that. But she might use that against him.
Mm-hmm.
She could say, "Well, he knew I was having problems, and he kept aggravating me. He kept pushing me. He kept yelling at me. He kept running away. Why does someone run away when I need them emotionally?" She could turn this totally around on him, and that makes me really scared. Like, why would you want to ask for this? This is not what you want to do. This is not what you want to do. Because you're giving her an out. You're practically giving her an out. I don't know how this is exciting to anybody. I don't think this is good news whatsoever. You're giving her an out. Why would you want to give someone an out? I don't want to give her an out. Let her figure this out. Now she's going to use this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. I really don't. I really don't think this is a good thing, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bothers me. What do you think? Maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm right, wrong, or indifferent? What do you think?
Um, I know. I mean, I obviously don't know. I'm not a law person at all, but I can sympathize with the intent that they're trying to do, but I find it odd that they're doing this now. And like I said earlier, I think it should be done closer to court while she continues to be an idiot outside of court. So, like, if they were going to do this, I feel like it's just too soon to pull this point. You know what I'm saying? I don't know necessarily that there's a right time for a mental eval, but because the other thing too, the other side of the coin isn't just because of this whole like she's obviously diagnosed and she has these issues, but now if she gets an ignorance like psychologist that she can just gaslight and invent even more atrocious abuse stories that he allegedly did to her, that's just going to make I would like to think that if she does get an evaluation, that it would be with somebody that can tell whether or not she's lying.
Right. What do you think, Miss Keeley? What do you think about this?
I think she's still on her. Be right back.
Oh, or
I'm
she's
back now. I think that the reason that they're doing it is because they're saying that because of her borderline personality disorder that she's, and because of her narcissism, that she's like an impulsive liar. And I feel like that with them being able to prove that she has borderline personality disorder or whatever, they can prove that she's lying about this, and also prove that she doesn't have PTSD. You know what I mean? Like, so it could be good because that is part of her claim. So they have to argue that on their side. She's saying she's got PTSD. They have to prove that she doesn't. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, and that's the other side of the coin too. Is I mean, like Michelle said in the chat, she said that I don't think that JD's team would do it unless they were sure, and I agree with that. And oh, there.
sorry. My fault.
take me out.
Yeah, my accident. My fault. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, I mean, listen, in the way, maybe their line of thinking is, oh, look, if we show that she's insane, then everything we're saying is true and that she's been abusive and all this stuff, and that's what we're trying to prove. Okay, but if she's also insane, does that mean that then is that an excuse and then the trial's over? Is that an excuse? Well, yeah, okay, I am insane, therefore I acted the way I did, therefore it's reasonable. Because that would be, if I'm the defense attorney, I'm going to say, yeah, my client does have issues, and you knew that. And you know what you did, Johnny? You continue to walk out the door when she needed. They could come up with so much stuff. Yeah. And if a good attorney will use that to their advantage. And I know you guys are like, oh, this will show this. But on the other hand, it could really help her out.
The other thing
I'm really worried about that I was so, I'm going to be honest, I was very saying to myself, Johnny's going to win this. This one in Virginia, he's winning. That was my train of thought for the last probably month and a half. Now with this really worries me. I agree with you, Jackie. I think this should have been done closer to the time. I think this should have been done closer to the time. It really.
After they had everything lined up. I mean, I get that they're trying to prove that she does not have PTSD, but no matter how good or bad she is at it, she is an actress. And if she gets the wrong shrink that doesn't know anything about this case, because when you first hear about all this stuff and you hear her side first, you're like, oh my gosh, that awful thing. That's the immediate response. But then when you actually research everything and you actually dig into the trenches and figure out what's going on, it's like, oh, there's more to this. And then it's kind of I don't know. I just, it makes me nervous.
This makes me nervous. Yeah, I wasn't nervous. I'll be honest. With Johnny going to the festivals, Amber's drinking, all this stuff coming to light, all this new evidence we didn't see in the UK. Man, I was feeling really, really good. I mean, I was feeling way better than I did the UK case. But now this one.
Yeah. Well, the other thing,
remember though, with PTSD, like Tiffany was saying, it doesn't just happen like years down the line. It might come back years down the line. It happens straight away. So this mental evaluation, we'll look into her medical records of what treatment she's had for PTSD. Now, if she's not had no treatment, she's not been to see no psychiatrist, because I tell you one thing, when I went through PTSD, which still comes back now, it's awful, and you need to go and get support and help. You can't deal with that shit on your own, especially if it's TV. Now she's that's a big part of her claim, to say that this caused her to have PTSD. They have to fight that in court. I don't feel like that she'll be able to get the case dismissed because of her mental health, because no matter what your mental health is, it's no excuse for what you don't. She has capacity for her own actions. That will also be proven in the mental evaluation, that she has mental capacity. She knows the cause and effect of what she's doing. My son knows what to say and not to say to therapist. He played a game with her. Well, that's it. Do you know what I mean, bro? They'll look into everything here. That borderline personality disorder that she possibly has does not excuse being violent. For example, I used to be a care worker. I was attacked by one of my clients who had learning disabilities. That client still got arrested and got put on their record for pulling me by the hair.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a video on it as well. But we all have our own. That's what I think is gonna be. I think that's why they're going on. Johnny's team haven't made any wrong turns yet, and I think that they've done this for a good reason.
Yeah, so like I'm confident, but at the same time I'm like, what are you guys doing? So that's how I'm like, okay, like I trust you, but I don't trust you.
Yes.
That's kind of how I feel. It's
I feel the same. This made me feel very uneasy. I have to say it. I was feeling great until I saw this. I'm like, oh man.
But the other thing
anyway, go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to say, the other thing too is I find it interesting that they're doing this now after she announced this baby and all this stuff. So I'm almost wondering if this is JD's way of like stepping in and saying, hey, evaluate this woman and make sure that child is safe. Because I find it interesting, like the timing feels interesting. So I'm wondering if that's kind of his way of being like, oh, she has a child now, I'm worried about said child, kind of like almost like a wellness check without something.
This is exactly how I feel. That's why I'm so surprised when I heard about it. I don't see what good it will do, honestly. And I agree. Listen, I mean, we're going to be split here because some people are saying one thing, some people are saying, and that's fine. That's great, because I'd love to hear two different sides. But I totally feel like Diamond said, why do it? What's the point of it? What good is going to come out of this? Honestly, what are you trying to say? I don't understand, and I don't either. I don't understand why you do this. Kim says the lawyers never ask anything they don't already know the answer to.
Which is true.
Right.
But when somebody's good at lying.
Right. Devil's Angel says, let's not forget also, it turns out that she didn't write the op-ed, right? We know that.
Yeah.
So maybe the medical won't have any effect because she isn't solely. Yes, and that's another good thing. She didn't write the op-ed. They went along with it. That's all they did. They just edited out things and said, okay, and that's what they did. She didn't write the op-ed. And that's another thing. So we could say, oh, wow, the ACLU did it. Well, Johnny's suing her for the op-ed. Now, will the judge say, well, she didn't write it. Technically, they wrote it. That's going to be their defense. They're going to say, well, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Johnny, because now that you brought that out, guess what? We didn't write it. All we did was edited some things. They wrote it. So you're coming after us for something that technically they were that's another thing that kind of bothered me about that piece of evidence, because I was like, oh, it was really interesting and exciting. And then when I sat back and thought about it, I was sitting there at night like, is this going to be something else they can throw into the fire? Look, you guys got to think the other way. You got to think sometimes you got to think very, I don't know how to say it.
Devil's advocate.
Yeah. You got to think the opposite way. Like, what would you do if this was your client? And I try to think both sides of the scale. You say, oh, Johnny's trying to prove this, but on the other hand, Amber Heard could turn around, like I said before, and say, look, you knew not to leave me. You knew that this was what happened to me. You knew this is why I had those pills. You knew, and you kept walking away, and I got angry. I got angry because you weren't there for me.
Yep.
Then now what do we say? Now, what would I say? What would I say as a husband if my wife told me, yeah, but you left, and you knew how I was. You knew I needed you, and that's why I got mad at you, but you just said, oh, I'm walking out the door anytime that I get loud. Well, she's got to, that's what I'm saying. This could turn it all around. And I don't want you to be a Debbie Downer, but it makes me very nervous. Yeah.
Will not prove though that like for example, just because somebody has a mental health disorder, Johnny Depp wasn't her assigned carer. He was a husband. He's there to love and support her, but he's not there to be abused. And, you shouldn't have to just stay there, even if you knew that somebody had mental health. My ex-partner had ADHD. Now, what he did to me when I was pregnant is that okay, because I knew he had ADHD. I finished with him because I couldn't cope with the constant aggression and accusations and violent threats. When I finished with him, he violently assaulted me. That's not okay just because he has a mental health condition.
Right.
Do you know
Agreed.
what I mean? And the court found him guilty for what he did, knowing that he had a mental health condition. And, so, just because she has mental health doesn't mean it's okay for her to do this.
Right. No, it doesn't. But again, I'm not worried about mental health or anything like that. To me, it stems with her dad. When that news broke about her father, and this guy was, having pit bulls in his backyard, and he didn't care. That was all about money, and he abused his wife and he abused his children. Well, yeah, where do you think this comes from? Yeah. Now, most kids, Johnny luckily didn't turn into that person, but most kids do turn into that violent person. Why? Well, my dad did it. Well, my mom did it. Whichever way it goes. So if they did it, what happened to them? So it must be okay. I mean, and I don't know if, because I wasn't raised that way, so I can't really give any positivity behind that. But if it's me I see, go ahead.
I had a violent father until my mum ran away with him when I was 7. Now, I grew up being very much of an empath and wanting to help and love people. And I still went through that abuse as a child. But there is some children who think that that's okay and normal. Again, it's not an excuse to be an abusive person to somebody else. You have personal responsibility and free will and capacity over your own actions. And you have a choice. Like, she had a choice before she threw that bottle of vodka at him. She had a choice to throw it at him or throw it on the floor in anger. She didn't need to throw it at him in a way and then just leave the man to bleed for hours and not getting medical attention. Now, this, in a sense, could have been an attempt. Like, he could have died. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it could have got really seriously bad. It could have got worse than what it was. He nearly did die. He had MRSA. Just because she went through abuse as a child, I don't believe that is an excuse to then grow up as an abusive person. Like, you have opportunities in your life to grow and progress and get help. I suffered with depression as a teenager from what I went through as a child, and I got support and I got help from medical professionals for doing that. Now, the amount of money she has and she can get whatever help she wants. You know what I mean? There's no. I don't feel like that she has a valid reason for being an abusive bitch. Sorry for swearing.
No, go ahead, swear all you want. I don't care. Like listen, I'm reading what you're all saying. Um, does it? I don't know if it's going to matter in a civil case. Now, in a criminal case, it definitely matters because you could get off by pleading insanity. In a criminal case, in a civil case, is it going to matter too much? I don't know. I don't really have an answer. I haven't sat in, to be honest with you, in a case that someone said, "Hey, I did everything because of all these mental problems." I've never come across that case, so I can't say, how it works. I'm not a lawyer, and I haven't come across it in my history. So I don't know if it's gonna matter civilly. That's why I'm trying to figure out, what is he trying to prove? He's trying to prove that she's mental. She has mental problems. That she's lying. How much more can you prove that she's lying? Like statement after statement, the statement we're reading on Johnny's side, all saying the same thing. I saw her Monday. Like Isaac Baroque, Trinity, the person who worked downstairs, said they saw her Monday. She was flawless. They saw her Tuesday. She was flawless. They saw her Wednesday. She was flawless. They see her Friday. Huh?
Yep.
Now, Trinity, which knew more than Isaac, knew that Johnny left. She even called Johnny's attorney and said, "Listen, you got to come here and look at the footage. You got to look at the footage because we have Amber, Whitney, and we have Raquel here pretending and laughing over a fake punch. You need to see this footage here." She told him, "Come look at the footage."
Thank God for that too, man. Thank the gods for that, because.
Yeah, she is. You're right, Tran. You're right. She is a pat. Listen, I'm not denying. I've been on you guys' side the whole time. If I was on Amber's side, I wouldn't be here. I'd be on you guys wouldn't be following me. So yes, I believe she's a psychopath. I believe that everything she's told is bullshit. That she's lied through her teeth, and there's one reason that nobody gets. Maybe I should say there's one reason, and I think you all get it. It's for her. Fame, money, roles. It's not insanity. She knew exactly what she was doing. Here's the thing. She wanted to control Johnny from day one.
Yep.
And if you've seen, I can't show it because it was a person's video, but there was a person who was in Italy before this festival stuff. They took a selfie with Johnny, and I guess her friend was filming also from her camera. As he's trying to get in, like just trying to take a selfie, Amber grabs him and she yanks him from this woman. And all she's doing is just trying to take one picture with Johnny Depp, and Amber's sitting there holding his hand and yanks him. Like, come here, you're my property. Like, are you that insecure? Yeah. What's wrong with you? He's with, or are you jealous? Or which is it? Or, again, it shows control. She's trying to control the situation. Why are you running? I want you to stay here because I want to control you. I want to beat you. And you know what I want you? I want you to beat me so I can go on camera and say, "Poor Amber Heard. Poor me. I need roles. I need fame. I need all the attention. I need all these articles written about me." And Johnny,
all these millionaires.
Right. Yeah, all these millionaires to back me up. That was her plan. That's why she slept with Elon. I don't know what sleeping with James Franco did. I don't know if he had some kind of movie connections or something. Maybe she knew drugs. Yeah, it could be that. But I knew she had Elon in his back pocket because she needs him. She needs Elon in the back pocket.
Which is why she now has a baby with his,
Yeah, his embryos, yeah.
So the other thing too. Yeah. So the other thing too is I keep thinking about, anytime we get on a rant like this, I always refer back to that audio of when they're looking for Johnny's finger, and Dr. Kipper's there, Nurse Debbie's there, and in the audio, you can hear Dr. Kipper saying she knows exactly what she's doing. She's having an episode. This is guilt. This isn't anything other. This is guilt. And he keeps saying that over and over. And he's like, "No, I'm telling you, she knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing." And it's like, I always think back to that audio, and I think that and the last phone call between Johnny and Amber, those are the two that haunt me the most, even more than her abusing him and all that stuff. Like, those are the two that haunt me the most anytime that I think about this case, because it's just so fucking chilling.
Justice for Depp, you must have missed it because this is what we've been talking about for the past 45 minutes. We've been talking about how some of us feel this is a good thing, how some of us feel this is a bad thing, how some of us feel it's not going to affect anything. We're all in a big debate here because we're wondering. Some people are like, those lawyers know what they're doing. I can tell you 100% that's not entirely true. And I can tell you because I work with attorneys, and sometimes they think that the one thing is going to benefit their client and it backfires and winds up hurting their client, which is what I'm just... Listen, I'm just trying to see from perspective. He had all this evidence which came into play, right? We had Adam Waldman drop the bomb about her pictures on the beach, right? After she claimed she had broken nose, broken ribs, right? Beautiful, in your face. We had the bomb that was dropped about the camera, right? We see the cops and Josh Drew trying to keep them out and trying just to give them a card, get rid of them. And then they're all drinking wine, sitting on the couch like, yeah, nothing's wrong. We're fine.
Yeah,
everything's
chilling.
good. Yeah, thank you so much. Would you like a glass of wine, maybe, officer? I'm surprised I didn't say that.
Yeah.
And so again, they're caught. They're busted. They're lying. Okay, they're caught lying. Then we had find out the ACLU had helped them write. That mostly wrote the op-ed and she just went along for the ride. Thought this is great. Get some publicity. Get it out there. So we have all this evidence we didn't have in the United Kingdom. And don't forget the donations, no receipts. We find out her attorney says, so all this is going fantastic. And now you do this. And I'm like, but why? Why? Why now? Why this early? Why? And to me, if I'm her attorney, I'm using it as an out. I'm going to use, if it's found positive, I'm using it so badly to get out of this case. Just to prove that, hey, look, he knew about it. She knew about it. And he didn't help her whatsoever by running away all the time. That I fear is going to be their defense. If it's found out that she has this stuff. And I'm sorry, I just don't see the point in it. Like Diamond said, what is the point in it? Why did you have to do it? I don't know. I just don't think there's. I think for Jackie, I think this should have been done way close to the time, because now you're giving him total time to make a defense. You're giving him plenty of time to make a defense. Like,
yep.
She was scared, man. That's why she's trying to dismiss this case. She's running scared. We know this now. We know there's too much evidence is coming out. She can't handle it. But now she could say, well, I blame Johnny Depp for my performance in Aquaman 2. And now that you know my problems, you heard on tape, he left me. And I said he always leaves me. That's why I threw pots and pans out of frustration, because he knew I had a problem and I needed him. And every time I needed him, he ran. And that's exactly what I would say. And now what? Now, what do you say on Johnny's team? You try to prove that, oh, she's this way, so that's why she's making up stories. Well, now it's 50-50. You just even the playing field. When it was so lopsided in Johnny's favor. This is how I feel. It doesn't mean any of you have to feel that way.
Yeah.
I'm just worried because I know this man is innocent. I know it. Listen, I went on the train today telling somebody who said, I can't wait to see Aquaman 2. I turned and looked at her and I said, what? I said, please say that again. She said, I can't wait for Aquaman 2. Why? I said, can I tell you something, please? Don't see that movie. And she's like, but why? And I explained to her, you know who Johnny Depp is? Yeah, I know who Johnny. Do you know who that his ex-wife is in there who chopped off his finger? And she was like, what?
Who was this?
What? I said, he had his finger chopped off by her.
Mm-hmm.
And there's recordings of her admitting she physically abused him. I said, I'm not seeing that damn movie. And I really would ask you, please don't see that movie. And she looked at me like, I said, when I come in tomorrow, I'm going to play some of it for you.
Yeah.
And if you want, you could check out my YouTube channel because this is exactly what we're talking about. And
Yep.
I'm going to tell tomorrow. I'm going to show my channel. I'm going to show the videos. I'm going to say, please listen to that recording.
Yep.
Listen to the video, the recordings. Listen. If you don't watch any of my other videos, listen to that because that's everything. That's all you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, there are people who don't know about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. There are people out there who have no clue who Amber Heard was. Because believe me, if I said her name, she doesn't know who she is.
Yeah.
She would just say, "Oh, is that the girl who plays the woman in the movie?" That's what she's going to tell me. But if I said Jason Momoa, she knows who he is.
Well, of course.
Yeah. So I talked to someone today who really wanted to go see Aquaman 2, and I threw that at her. And tomorrow I'm going to show her more about this and why she shouldn't support this movie and why she shouldn't go see this movie. I'm going to tell her, So I'm for Johnny all the way. I just am fearful that this is not going to go the way he thinks it will. That's my fear.
I'm just gonna roll the D&D dice for faith. That's what I'm like.
I mean, listen, Jackie? If you or Keely disagree with me, that's great. Maybe you see something I don't. I'm pleased. By all means, throw it at me because I don't know. Keely, what do you?
It's good to have a thought on this on both sides. I feel like that JD's team know what they're doing. He has some of the best lawyers in the US, and they're not gonna do something that's gonna be bad for his case. I feel like that they have all the right intentions here, and they know what they're doing. They're gonna know a lot more than me anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just nervous because I felt so terrific, and here we are in September. We're not far away. It's September, October, November, December, 4 months, and another 8. We're 8 months away. That's it. 8 months to the trial starts. We're not far from Virginia. This is it. This is the end. So I just don't want him to fuck up now. He's come too far with too much this year that came out after the UK case. Man, I just don't want to see something go the wrong way and now it gets reversed. And that would just, there's festivals and all this, everybody supporting him. And man, it would kill me. It would kill me that this would be the knife, the nail in the coffin that turns the whole ball around. And I'm like, damn, I don't want that to happen. I really don't, because she doesn't have evidence. She doesn't have much to go on. Everything of hers can be disproven. Any witness she has can be disproven. It couldn't be at the UK. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because that evidence was withheld because of Elon Musk and that attorney. That attorney, Jake Bloom, whatever his name is. I think that's it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just worried. If you guys aren't, that's great. Maybe you can give me some positivity in my Twitter feed because I'm really nervous. So hit me in my Discord because I'm really nervous about this now. Yeah, and she's going to continue to play the victim.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm just going to trust the universe and it's going to happen how it's meant to happen. And honestly, like I said, I'm just going to have faith that they know what they're doing. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little fearful. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I also understand what they're trying to do. So I get both sides of it. I'm just kind of interested to see which way it swings. You know what I'm saying?
If it was JD's fault for walking away, will that sound right to the jury? If she needed him around all the time, why still leave for work without him? Well, I mean, they do have responsibility and they are under contract. And if they don't fulfill that contract, they don't get paid, right? So Johnny didn't go to shoot the movie, but do remember what happened when he was gone. Do you guys remember what happened when he was gone? Who came over the house? Who was there at the and we're going to go over that Friday because I'm sure that's what Alejandro Romero is going to tell us in his statement of truth. I don't know, but I'll find out Friday when I read it. I'm just telling you that somebody was over the house when Johnny went to play, right? When Johnny went to do his movie, she went to play with people.
Yeah, that's what she does.
So she was like, well, if you're going to leave me, I need somebody. So, hey, Elon, Why don't you come over? You said you had interest in me. Come on, hang out with me. Hey,
Mhm.
James, you know what? You know that director, a couple of people, that movie we did together. Yeah. You want to come over? Yeah, come on over. Well, you just wear a robe with like nothing underneath.
Yeah.
Like, hello, you're married. That's not how you greet someone at the elevator.
Yeah.
You don't greet someone by letting them hug you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unless, of course, she was already banging him before that moment.
True. John says, don't stress out too much, Rob. It's not there yet. She will get nailed, Rob. It's over. H had nothing go long. Take a break, my friend. Guy. Yeah, I guess I should, but I don't know. I'm just really nervous. What does Sandy say? She admits he kept leaving senior attacks by her, but the jury will consider this very important in their decision. I hope so. Sandy. Listen, if you guys aren't nervous in somewhat shape or form, I don't know. You got to be nervous.
You have to remember though, like when she goes to this, she likes to do everything in her favor. Right? She can't say that she doesn't have capacity to make her own choices, but she has the capacity to look after a newborn child.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's another thing too. If she is found of mental problems, what's going to happen with that kid now? They're going to take the kid away, no? Or can they take the kid away? I wonder about that.
Well, they'll see if there's concerns. They would evaluate how her mental capacity is to be a parent. Like, as a parent, you have to make conscious choices to ensure your child is safe, especially when they're young like that. Doing stupid things, the baby could get hurt.
And that's another thing. That's a great point, Lady Toriel. If you haven't subscribed to her channel, please check out Lady Toriel. She's an awesome person. That's a great point. Do you guys notice that she bounces from one person to the other, to the other, to the other? She was with Bianca. Yeah. Now she's with Eve. Before that, she was with Johnny. Then she was with Elon. Then she was with James. She bounces, and very fast, I might say. Very like if Eve goes, and somebody said earlier that she doesn't maintain relationships for long. Let's say Eve Barlow and her don't work out. Well, who's she going to jump to next? Will it be Raquel Pennington? She's going to bounce to someone else. Yeah. So that's why I would say also as a defense, and this is just me thinking as an attorney, as a defense attorney, I would say, well, you could see my client is in relationships very quickly. She does need someone in her life. So when one leaves, she does need somebody else to come into her life real quick. There's all things. I'm telling you, these attorneys are very slick. I've seen things that'll make your head spin that you'd sit there sitting like, what the fuck did he just say? Like you would not think, you would think the trial's going all one way, and all of a sudden, like, where the hell did that come from? It's just, they're really slick. So don't, like, we like to call them liars, not lawyers. So, we know the game. Like, they'll tell, like, I had one attorney, I swear this is such a true statement. I swear to you. I was on a job and she gives me her paperwork. And I said, yeah, we can't take your paperwork. She says, well, you told me the last time that it was acceptable. I said, I've never seen you in my life. I don't even know who you are.
That's my favorite.
What attorney you are. No, you lying. You know you saw me. Then I started getting angry. And I said, when did I see you, counsel? Would you like to say, oh, well, the last time. The last time doesn't help me, counsel. You have such a good memory. You saw me, counsel, and I helped you out. I would have told you this was wrong. So please, counsel, tell me when I saw you. Then my supervisor saw I was getting a little hostile, and I was getting angry because she kept snapping at me. And so I snapped back, and then he came over and said, go away. I got this. So he just took me and said, go. So he knew I didn't know who this person was, because I know a lot of attorneys who come in my courthouse. Yeah. I never, ever saw this woman, but she was such a liar. And she knew damn well she did her paperwork entirely wrong. She didn't look it over, and she tried to slip it by me. And I said, listen, I'm not going to put my job on the line for you. You think I'm going to tell the judge that I did it and it was okay when I know damn well this is not okay?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like sitting there like, oh, well, you do for other people. I said, I don't do for anybody. What the fudge are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I said, if I got to do it for you, I got to do for everybody on this line. And this line is around the corner.
Yeah.
You know how many attorneys are standing here? I said, come on, lady. It was a big war. It was so funny. But they lie like that. They lie. They lie. This is what lawyers do. They tell their clients bullshit. You know why? Because you're paying them $600 an hour, $400 an hour, $500. You don't believe me? They get paid that money. They
Yeah.
get paid a lot of money.
They
do a
earn
lot
that.
of lying.
They earn that.
They do, but they do a lot of lying. They do a
Mhm.
lot. I even on the telephone, I've argued with some of them. I'm like, are you kidding me, bro? Do you have any idea what you're saying to me? No, I have no. And then later on, I remember one guy apologized to me because he realized he was wrong. And I'm like, okay, but I told you that about a half hour ago. We could have avoided this entire thing had
Yeah.
you spoke to me normally. So,
Question. Claire Q, I'm looking at your comment and I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Claire Q, hold on.
It says, who's to say she wasn't the one giving her share in the relationship, though? So I was just curious, Claire Q, what you were saying.
She wasn't the one giving her share in a relationship. Well, what was she giving? I don't understand.
That's what I'm trying to understand what she's talking about.
Yeah, I don't quite understand it either. I mean, a lot of people are right, by the way. I'm trying to sum it up. You're right. It's going to be a jury. We hope that the judge and the jury will see through all the bullshit. You're right. I hope they will. I hope Johnny wins this. I hope he sticks it to her. I hope he wins $50 million. I hope that he gets roles and his whole life turns around. That's what I'm hoping. I just am hoping that this also doesn't mess up anything. I'm a little nervous. That's all. That's just me. That's just how I feel. I don't know. Yeah, she didn't give much to the relationship. You're right. And she's always drunk. You're correct. But I got to get going. It has been 2 hours. So, Jackie, what you got going on? What you got going on?
So like I said, I'm in a weird transitional phase right now as I get into my new schedule, my new life, whether it be a new assignment or I go back to my normal. So, excuse me. So, I have had my writing a little bit backburnered in this transitional phase, but I am working on a lot of projects. I have a creepy Halloween short story that takes place in my Dark Walker world coming up. That'll be October-ish time frame. I started diving into my Terracona saga again, which is the one I've kind of talked about recently, called the first book that I'm writing is called Deliverance. And that's the one that I said that I was going to publish it. There's a lot of energy attached to that specific story. If you haven't been on any of the lives that I've talked about it, feel free to message me or something and I can tell you what it was. Or I could probably do a video on my channel and talk about it as well. I am also still working on the Dark Walker saga. The first book is The Dark Walker. And then I'm hoping that Deliverance might be published at the end of this year, if not the beginning of next year. I've gotten a lot. Thanks. I've gotten a lot of really positive feedback from all of my beta readers. Now I just have to get an editor and figure out a couple little things and hopefully get it ready to be published. And that'll be my first book out there with just me in it, not any other authors.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Congratulations. I hope it all works out, Jay. And thanks for being here as always. If you want to come Friday, you're invited. Okay. It's up to you. I know Hen wants to come too, so I'm gonna try to get Hen on.
That would be fun.
Keely, what you got going on, girl?
This Friday, me and Gary have got a fun stream planned. Like I said, riddles and these eye illusion things. But the reason why I'm doing it is because privately on call, me and Gary, I was reading riddles out to him, and his answers trying to guess are so funny. And I just thought it was just nice, chilled. Because obviously this subject is serious, and I do my spiritual stuff, but it's nice to have a change sometimes. So we're going to do that and hang out with everybody. And I might invite a few people on the panel as well. We'll see. Obviously, I do my card Oracle and Tarot card streams on Tuesday. That's 10:30 p.m. UK, 5:30 p.m. EST. I am gonna do a video, I think, on this subject. Regarding the emotions compel. So watch out for that in the next few days. And thank you
Awesome.
for the new sub, for the person who subbed to me.
So if you haven't checked out Keeley Talks, if you haven't checked out Jay McCarthy, Phantasmagorical, Hen, I don't know who else I missed. I missed anybody else? Listen, check everybody out. Give them some love. Give them some support. Oh, someone said, by the way, I don't care. I'm going to say this on stream. Someone said Amber Heard did nothing wrong. Whatever. Whatever. Let them talk. I'll tell you this. I would beg for one of these trolls to actually come on the stream and have a nice one-on-one civil conversation. But you know what don't happen? Because every time I respond to them, do you know what they do? They block me. That's their answer. Every time I throw something at them, block. You've been blocked. You've been blocked. Your comment, you can't see it. I'm like, why am I arguing? Because these people have nothing. And that's all I get is blocked. So I got blocked by Amber Turds, who I never spoke to one time. Not once did they come here and say, hey, Rob, we need to talk. Go ahead. Give me your side. I'll invite you on the stream. You can hide your face. You give me Amber's side. I'll give you Johnny's side. I tried that one time with that one person who I tried to get on here 3 times in the same stream, and you saw it happen. So, listen, why people believe her, I've yet to figure it out. I don't have the answer.
They're all bots, Rob.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you Friday. Don't forget to check out Keely's stream on Friday at 5:30 EST, and then I'll be on 7:30. So, and if Keely comes, of course, she's always invited. Gary will probably sleep, so what's the point? Anyway, love you guys. Be well. Get some rest. Hope you feel better. For those who are sick, feel better, get well, which includes Gelf and Donald, and hopefully everybody else. So, Annie, I hope you get better. And Angie, love you all. Be well. Be safe. I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks for coming.
Bye, guys.
Bye. No, you rock. Thank you.
Oh, gosh.